Welcome to Something Nice with Dinano. I am your host, Dinano Damano, and thank you for being with us again. We bring you another interesting conversation with a gentleman, a brother named Andre Goodwin. Brother Andre, welcome to Something Nice with Dinano. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, Dinano. Glad to be here with you.
Thank you very much for joining us. You've got some interesting stuff to share with the audience of Something Nice with Dinano and the greater people on these internets. I've checked out some of your content on TikTok. Very interesting. I see there's a lot of people following you on that platform. What is your content and the information that you are sharing with us today all about?
Well, the information that I have today that I'm going to share is all located in Africa. And I'm not talking about North Africa, I'm talking about South Africa, just like pretty much all the rest of the content creators out there are doing, except for the fact that I have the actual location. Um, I'm going to attempt to zoom down on these on this platform. When I'm on the other platform, I'm able to zoom down. But I'm going to try to zoom down on these locations on this platform as well. I think that once I show what I have, it will be more convincing because if we just talk about I'm just going to be in a category of the rest of the people who came up here and said, yes, it's over here in sub-Saharan. I'll just be like them. But once we show you where these actual places are, then it will be more convincing. And I'm here basically to open the eyes of your followers and all those new people out there who don't know about D9 their eyes as well. So I'm ready, man. Whenever you're ready for me to start, just let me know.
I'm still concerned with our connection. I don't know if you're picking it up on your side. It looks like we're struggling. How's it looking on your side?
Let me see if I can. I'm hearing you real. I'm connected directly to the modem. I'm looking for anything that may be open. Only thing I can think of is I need a faster computer.
Okay, no, it's
And
fine.
I
Let's
have
let's
a,
let's
I
get going. Let's get going. Now, the title of your book says your map is upside down. What do you mean?
all right. Now, when we look at the map, top, nobody looks at the map and to find something. You at the top, and our map show the east on the right hand side and the west on the left hand side. But according to the Bible, the west is on the right hand side and the east is on the left. So it's vice versa. Now the north and the south, when you look at it the way the Bible presents itself, you find that the map is reversed, and this was done on purpose for people, nations of Jerusalem and other places. And this is why all of the content creators out there, nobody, I mean it, nobody is able to find none of the biblical places because their map is turned the wrong way. So in the book, your map is upside down. I book how when you turn your map to the correct orientation, you are able to locate these places. Has directed me to all of these places, and this was actually a miracle how I found this out because I was actually looking for Babylon one day, and while I was looking for Babylon, my eyes and I went to sleep. When I woke up, there was an image on my computer of a search result, And when I clicked on this search result, it to Jerusalem in Africa. And I'm under the impression that this was a divine miracle that came from the Most High, because everybody was trying to find this place. Only one in this world who can reveal to you right now, today, you're going to see what this place really is.
Can you see my body language? Because we have so many people coming on their platform and they say similar things. They say, I am the one. God spoke to me. No one else has this. And I'm just becoming skeptical to people who say that. So are you saying you've been chosen to bring forth this truth and you are the only one? Is that what you're saying?
Let me say this again. I am the only one who knows where the true location is. Other people who know about this are the people who are hiding it. No content creator out there has this information. This information to me through divine possible way. I could have found this place without the guidance of the Holy Spirit. That's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying, Brother Andre, is that so many people have come on the platform saying the same thing. How do we know that you are the one and the other ones are not the ones? Or how do we know that all the other ones are the ones and maybe you're the one that's not the one?
Now, what separates me from all the other people out there, I'm able to show you not only, we don't have enough time to do this today. I'm going to actually be able to show you not only how Jerusalem was moved, but how all the other places were moved as well. Like, we're going to show you Rome in South Africa, Greece in South Africa, Jordan. We're going to show you the Jordan Valley or the plain of Jordan, the Jordan River, Jericho, the Dead Sea, the Sea of Galilee. Places are located and can be found on good old Deacon Google.
Okay, I'm going to say this now. Maybe you're onto something for real because the internet connection is trying to stifle and silence you. Do you think it's Big Brother watching and not wanting this information to come through? Because we're seemingly struggling now. I do not know what's happening. You talk, your connection struggles. I can't hear everything that you're saying. Do you think there are some agents watching and trying to stifle this information? Because I must say, I must admit, no one has come on and say Rome, Greece is in Southern Africa or in the region that we know as Southern Africa. A lot of people would say, yeah, some locations that are mentioned in the Bible are in Southern Africa, right? Like Judea, Jerusalem, Hebron, Capernaum. They would name them. They'd say, no, all these places are in South Africa. Jerusalem, the temple must have been in Namibia somewhere. But no one so far has come forth with such a claim that even Greece, Rome are also where I happen to be in South Africa. Take us there. Let's not waste any time.
All right. Okay. I'm going to attempt to share my screen right here. Let me know if you can see this screen as well. Are you able to see my screen? Are you able to see the screen?
Yeah, the Ask Canva, there's Japheth,
Hello.
there's Ham, there's Shem.
Yeah. All right. I'm trying to blow this up a little bit. Now, I got to show you what's going on first. All right. This land, this piece of land where it says JPEG. All right. See where it says JPEG?
Yeah.
All right. This land right here is the Antarctica. Everybody knows this is Antarctica. JPEF land was given from the bottom of South Africa all the way to the back of the Antarctica. It says in the book of Jubilees, it says that his land will be cold. All right. So we have bottom parts of South Africa, which is North Africa. We have that area being cold all the way to the back of the Antarctica. All right, that's JPEF. This is where he is supposed to dwell. And then we have in this middle area where it's green. Listen to me, brother. This is the real Fertile Crescent. This is not the fake one over there in Iraq area or, Iran and all of that over there. That's the fake Fertile Crescent. This is the real Fertile Crescent. The Holy Land is in the Fertile Crescent. Then you have Ham's land, which it said will be all hot. Now I'm going to zoom back out a little bit so you can look at this. Someone decided to put the Holy Land in the hot. Can you see where the Holy Land, where my mouse is? Can you see my mouse in this area right here?
Yeah, I see it.
Someone put the Holy Land in the hot. Now these icons, these circles are here. The red, we see what is red. This means it's heat coming from these areas. And this direction browning in the North Africa is a result of the heat coming from 12 and 1. And this is in the book of Enoch, the one they took out of the Bible. Let me zoom back out a little bit. All right, so we got heat in JPEF's area. All JPEF's area, you see the blue. That up here. Now, when you look at Shem's area, which is said supposed to be neither hot nor cold, it's down here because it is a mixture of the heat and the cold. Now, it does get hot in Africa, but it doesn't get as hot as Ham, and it doesn't get as JPEF. Now, let me take you to where it popped up on my computer. I'm going to scroll up to this image. By the way, these are all locations that I'm just going to let you see the titles of these locations. And all of these are in South Africa. Look at this. Ammon, Anathar, Bahrain, Brook of Kidron, Dead, Edom, Gibeon, all of this. Hezekiah's Aqueduct, Jerusalem, Lachish, Moab, Mount Zion, Pool of Siloam, Sodom and Gomorrah, Broad Wall, Sepulchre, all of these things are located in South Africa. All right, so let me show you the image that appeared on my computer. All right. I'm going to scroll down to this image here. This was my computer. All right. At first I thought, wow, man, somebody was trying to do a search from Torah Bay all the way over to this area right here, which I learned later was Namibia. So when I clicked on this image, because this was a miracle, how I pop up on the computer on this image, it took me here.
Hold on, brother Andre.
All
I'm
right,
getting frustrated because
ladies
your
and gentlemen,
audio.
if you're looking at me
Hold
right
on,
now,
brother Andre. Can you hear me?
yeah,
Hold on. I'm getting frustrated because
you
this
see the
connection is not
audio.
playing. The connection is not playing along at all, hey? So it feels like I won't be
Yeah, I don't
doing
have
you
anything else open.
justice. No. I'm not saying it's your fault, right? Could be your connection is just a bit slow. Are you able to hear me without
Yeah.
any connection issues, without any stuttering on your side?
It just a little bit. It's not unbearable. It's just a little static every now and then. It's not all the time.
Yeah, the issue is when you say something because you're trying to present something, there's information that gets lost because it's not a great connection. Okay, but hold on. Before you explain what you want to explain now, is this the link now, the Namibia place that you've just shown from Torah Bay, if it's called Torah Bay?
Yes.
Is this the link that came up this one day on your screen when you were having these questions?
Yeah, I was not even looking for this location. This is why I know that this is a divine revelation. I did not ask for this place right here, yet it popped up on the computer. So either the powers that be made a mistake, or someone made a mistake and were searching for this area, and their search result popped up on my computer, or an angel put this on my, because man, most I felt like it's time for people to know the truth.
Carry on showing us what came up on your screen.
All right, this is Jerusalem right here. All right, Temple Mount. I'm going to show you. I'm going to scroll down some more. This is all blown up version of it right here. All right, this is Jerusalem. This is the whole Jerusalem. So I don't know if people want to screenshot this or whatever. This is in Sumeb, Namibia. This is Jerusalem. I'm going to prove it to you today. Are you ready? I just need to know, is Dinano ready?
Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close your camera on your sharing screen and see if that makes any difference
All
in
right.
the connection, right? Because we will just hear your voice, but we will not see your face there. We'll see the whole screen of your computer as is. Let's try
Mm-hmm.
that and see if that's gonna improve. But now you are jumping to Jerusalem. When I said on this platform, we have heard a lot of people saying Jerusalem is in Southern Africa. That's not
Mm-hmm.
where I want us to start. Where I want us to start is showing us what has not been shown on this program before, showing us Rome, Greece, in South Africa. You did say these places are in Africa, or the southern part of Africa, or the part that's currently known as the southern part of Africa. Is that the case?
That is the case, Dinano. But listen to me. In order for these places to be convincing, we have to prove that Jerusalem is located in Africa. You know why? Because when they came to Jerusalem in 770 AD, they marched the people back to Rome. So then that means Rome has to be there as well. You're not going to walk people 7,000 miles and then get them on a boat and go to the Italy over there in Western Europe. You're not going to do that. You're going to walk these people because the Roman army came from the north.
Okay, go
Okay?
ahead then. Go ahead.
So, all right. So we're going to go back to this image right here. All right. That this is Jerusalem first. All right. Now, this is the garden. This is your Garden of Gethsemane circled. This is a map, can be found on the, in the top right corner. All right, so this is your Garden of Gethsemane,
Hold on. Just
next
repeat
to the
what you've
holy
just
city.
said.
This
We
is the
couldn't wait,
west
brother
side
Andre.
of,
Brother Andre, hold on. You need to hear me, ne?
yes.
Because if there's something that's not being picked up by the audio, I'm going to ask you to repeat it again because of this connection issue. You scroll towards
Yeah, I
the
don't have no
top.
problem with that.
There was writing on the top. We didn't get that. I couldn't hear what you were saying. What is this map all about? Where is it
We're talking
from?
about the, all right, because we have to, if prove that this place is Jerusalem, we need some of the landmarks around it to be, relevant, like the Garden of Gethsemane. It's right outside of Jerusalem. Okay, this is why it says Garden of Gethsemane. Second marker. I have over 80 of these now. 80. So I'm going to prove to you going around this city, and I'm going to prove to you that these markers prove that this place is Jerusalem. All right, this Garden of Gethsemane right outside of the city, right? All right, so if we scroll here, and then on the left hand side, we have this image right here, which I thought was the Garden of Gethsemane. But the Most High informed me that this map is turned upside down. So I had to flip it. And when I flip this map, let me go up some. When I flip it, now we're on the same side. I'm still thinking that this image next to these ruins, I'm still thinking that this was the Garden of Gethsemane, but the Most High told me through the Holy Spirit, this is not the Garden of Gethsemane. So I'm going to show you the Garden of Gethsemane. And that would be, and as I said right here, one of the things that convinced me is this garden is between an intersection, look like a V shape of roads. And when I looked over here on the left, I don't have a V shape. So this would deter me from looking for this as being a garden. The Most High said, I told you that that wasn't it. This is what the Holy Spirit in my spirit. So guess what? Looking above this image, my mouse is going around. You see these ruins right here. This is the Garden of Gethsemane, and I'm going to prove it to you. Remember the V-shaped roads right there. All right, we're going to scroll down some more, and we put them side by side. We got the image on the right-hand side showing the Garden of Gethsemane, which is what someone was drawing in South Africa, which was this image right here. Notice the circle, the red circle is around this V shape. So this is your Garden of Gethsemane. So now the Most High has shown me, out of all the people in the world, that this is the Garden of Gethsemane. Now we may have some people out there who may feel that this, that's just a coincidence.
Hold on.
That just looks like that. So we take you.
Wait a
Okay, go
bit.
ahead.
Wait a
Go
bit.
ahead.
You are showing us two maps here.
Go ahead.
I'm going to assume
All right.
that the
No.
one. Hold on. Hold on. You're showing us two map representations. There's one on the left, which is a color satellite image. There's one on the right, which looks like a drawing from an ancient map. Where is the one on the right from? Where's the one on the left from? What are we seeing from the satellite image on the left? What are we seeing from the drawing or cartography type image on the right? Explain that, because now you're just taking us somewhere without even providing context.
All right. I don't know how you see this image, but remember I told you, we have to zoom down on these places. This is Google Maps. This is not a drawing. This is Google Maps.
Brother Andre, the one on the left looks like a Google image, a satellite image. That's what I said. The one on the right looks like a drawing. That's what I'm saying. Am I correct?
Yeah, the one is a map of Jerusalem, and the one on the left is me matching this up with Jerusalem in Africa.
Okay. Where does the map of Jerusalem come from then? Okay, I get what you're saying. Where does the map of Jerusalem come from? The one on the right. Where did you get that from? Is it from an ancient map? Give us the details. Give us the information, please.
All right. Okay, let me go back. All right, we're going to go back to this map right here. All right, this is the map right here. This is your map. You can find this map on the internet. Now, don't get too stuck on this map because we're going to show you about 5 different maps. You can find all these maps on the internet. This is just one of them. This is on, all you have to do is for old maps of Jerusalem. All right, and this is what it looks like. I don't know if you guys want to or whatever, but this is an actual map. All right, now we're going to go to some more maps because someone might, that's just coincidence. So let's go to some more proof. Let's go to some more proof right here. All right, just bear with me. I'm just scrolling up to the, all right, that's the book right there. We're going to get out of that. We don't need to be in that right now. All right, so Temple Mount, same map right here. So we got the Temple Mount. This big circle right here is the Temple Mount. It's just been flattened. All right. Notice the still got the circle the crossroads right there circled. These crossroads are circled. So this is Temple Mount. So let's go to a fourth one. All right. By the way, here's the same image harder where someone decided to name these two mountains because this is Mount Moriah right here at the bottom. I mean, this is Mount Zion right here at the top. Mount Zion, Mount Moriah right there. All right, now I'm going to go to another example. I'm going to show you another map. Here's another map. You can find this one on the internet. All you have to do is search for old maps of Jerusalem. I didn't come up with these maps. These are their maps. Notice, we're going to be talking about the Brook of Kidron in the Kidron Valley. All right. When you look at this green line on the right, where my mouse is going down, this is the Brook of Kidron. Notice how it goes on the right side, which is the west side of this garden, which is this brook runs towards the city and then it goes around this garden. All right. So let's find that. So when we put it the proof, because we're using, all right, we're using proof. Here's your red arrow pointing at this Brook of Kidron, which has been dried up purposely. This is the Brook of Kidron. Now, Dinano, in your opinion, do you believe that that's the Brook of Kidron next to these ruins? I just want to know, in your opinion, are you convinced with just this amount of information so far? How do you
No,
feel?
I'm not. I'm still
Your
trying to
input.
figure out. I'm still trying to figure out why you ended up in Namibia and decided to choose a location in Namibia to mirror it against the ancient map of Israel, Judea, whatever that place was called. How did you end up? Okay, I get why you ended up with the old maps of Jerusalem because you're trying to locate it today. But what drove you to look at Namibia, maybe versus a place in West Africa or a place in the Congo or Central Africa? What took you
All
to
right.
Namibia and made you turn around the maps to
Uh-huh.
prove your point that now south is north and north is south, west is east and east is west? How did you get to that point?
All right. Now I'm glad you're asking these questions because these are the questions to be answered. The Holy Land is in where it is neither hot nor cold. So this area that we're looking in fits that bill. The area of peace is in the hot. So the Holy Land will not be in the hot. It will be in this area. Also, the Holy Land, according to the Bible, the Western Sea shall be your western border. The Atlantic Ocean is the Western Sea. The Mediterranean is not the Western Sea. The Atlantic Ocean is the Western Sea. So the actual Holy Land reached all the way from the Jordan River, which we're going to get over to the west coast of South Africa, which is in Namibia, the Namibia part. But this is only number 4. If you let me continue, I could take you to some more proof because we have over. Listen, this is number 4. We have over 85, and you can't keep saying after you see all 85 of these places that this is not it. We're going to give you some more proof now. Look, this is the brook dried up. See if I can bring it in the screen. This is the Brook of Kidron dried up going around this king's garden. All right, now let's take you to the Mount of
Where is this
Olives.
area? Is
All right,
this the
Mount.
area? Hold on. Is this the is it Torah Bay? Is this the area around Torah Bay in Namibia? The one that you're showing right now? The Google
No,
satellite images.
no, this is the search engine result showed Torah Bay leading to Sumeb, Namibia.
Let me try to look it up on
Namibia.
my side. Okay, let me look at the Google map that you gave me. Okay, I see the Torah Conservancy. So where are you saying it's taking us? What's the name of the place in Namibia?
Go to the red dot. You see a red dot?
I see the red dot, yeah.
EB. All right, scroll in on that red dot. That's Jerusalem.
Okay, so next, okay. But obviously now, let me show the people what I'm seeing on my side here. Obviously now, so you say this is Jerusalem, right? Can you see the
Yes.
map? Okay.
Listen to
And
me.
okay, hold on,
I see
wait.
it
Let
real
me ask
good.
the questions. Wait, brother. And now all these location points here, these are points that you've mapped out, right? A person going to Google Earth is
Mm-hmm.
not going to find these locations, right? These are points that you've come up
No,
with based on your
that's right.
research, correct?
Based on the guidance of the Holy Spirit.
Okay. Carry on.
All right. So back to the book, Mount of Olives. All right. Let's go down to the Mount of Olives. Here's another map.
Are we going to
All you
your
have to
screen
do is
now?
search old maps. Yeah, we're on the share screen now. Can you see the share screen?
I see it. Temple, Kidron Valley, Mount of Olives, square on top.
All right. Now I want you to look at now. No thing. We got these ruins right here on the left, and we got the Brook of Kidron in the Kidron Valley running to the right, and then to the right of that, we have the Mount of Olives, and we have this square on top is a worship area. All right. So let's take you to that in Sumer, Namibia. All right. Here's another map showing the orientation. Here's the city. It's got the temple, and then on the right side, you got the Kidron Valley. My mouse is running there, and then you got the Mount of Olives on the right western side of that. Well, this side by side. Well, this is not actually side by side. I'm showing you what that showed. The temple, Brook of Kidron. Here's that square. See that square right there? The square on top. These three summits are the Mount of Olives. The Mount of Olives has three summits. One, two, three. And this squared on top is where the Messiah did the Olivet Discourse, where he was talking about the last days and all of that, wars and rumors of wars. That worship area is also where they went up the Mount of Olives, because this is a hill. He went up this hill with his mouse. You can barely see that road, but if you zoom in on it, you can see this road leading all the way up to this squared on top, cleared out worship area. This
Okay.
is the Mount of Olives.
Okay.
Now let's go to,
Hold on.
all right,
Wait.
any questions on that?
Yeah, I've got questions. This is a top down satellite view. I need an
Exactly.
eye level view because you say there are three summits, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Do you have an
This is
eye
definitely,
level type view so that we can see these three summits that you speak of?
now I can attempt to do that, but Google, for some reason, they flatten that area every time. For some reason, they flatten that area. They won't show you a 3D version of these mountains. So I'm still working on finding a program
Okay.
that would bring these three summits out.
Then how did you get to that point?
I'm trying to find a
If
program
this
that
information is hidden and Google is not showing it, how did you personally
uh,
get to the understanding that this flattened area that is flattened by Google, as you say, is actually three summits?
uh, okay, one, all of other markers that we just showed you. We showed you the Garden of Gethsemane, located where it says it's. We showed you the Temple Mount, located where it's supposed to be. We showed you the Brook of Kidron, located where it's supposed to be. The Kidron Valley, where it's supposed to be. Now, the only thing next to that is the Mount of Olives. And in this area, you see the square on top, and you see this area right here. You can tell three of something is going on in this area. It's just that we can't prove right now. But there are software out there. There are some programs out there that'll give you a 3D version of this area, but I don't have access to that at this moment. So, but if you will let me continue on, when I show you these other markers, you can come back and you'll see that, yeah, the Mount of Olives. So would you like me to continue?
I always talk about how my mind works. I say I've got.
Uh,
I'd like to think it's a strange thing, but I don't know. Maybe there's a couple of people that also have that. If I'm having a discussion with you, or you're presenting something to me, and I get stuck on a particular point, it's hard for
uh-huh.
me to concentrate on whatever you say if you can't explain where I'm stuck and try to get me to move
Okay.
with you. But let me not be
All right.
selfish. I always
Now,
say this is
don't.
not my platform, right? I'm just the vessel here. But you're the
Mhm.
bigger vessel because you're bringing
Yeah.
the information. Let us assume that the people watching are getting what you're saying because I am not getting it. Carry on.
All right.
If people, after
We're
they've
going to have
watched, they
some more.
feel like they also didn't get it, we'll have to bring you back to explain it.
Mhm.
But carry on. Let me not be selfish.
And I'll come back with a faster connection because it is a little bit choppy. But don't get stuck right there. Remember, we in places, so you don't get stuck on one. I'm going to show you. We're going to get back. All right, we're going to go to. All right, this is the cleared out area. I got a blown up version of that. And someone in this area put Second Avenue right here because they know this is a code word for second advent because the Messiah will touch down on his second advent and said this mountain is going to be split. And this is why all Christianity is going to be wrong about thinking that this is going to happen in the Middle East. This is going to happen in Sumeb, Namibia. All right, so let's go to Bahrain. Now, this is the one where the fifth graders can see Dinano. So I'm going to assume that you're going to be able to see this one. All right.
Let's
Now,
not
look
skip the
what I'm showing you
verses.
right here.
Let's not skip the verses. Let's read the verses because those will provide context. Can we do that? If you have a verse that you're referring
Uh,
to, can we read it even if it's from
yep.
that presentation of
Okay.
yours? Can we do that?
Yeah. Okay. This is Bahrain. It says was located west of Jerusalem in the Bible. This is in 2 Samuel 16:5. And here's the scripture. And I'm glad you did say that. So I apologize for moving too fast. As King David approached Bahrain, a man from the family of House of Saul was just coming out. His name was Shimei, son of Gera. And as he approached, he kept yelling out. Now, this man is mad and upset with David because Saul ruined the kingdom and David was a participator of that regime. So this man is upset and he's mad at David. He wants David to go down too. So he's happy that David is being kicked out by his own son, Absalom, kicking him out. And David is on the run. So David leaves Jerusalem. He crosses over the brook of Kidron and he heads up the Mount of Olives, where we just showed you where that cleared out area is, and he prays there. And then him and his followers, they leave that worship area, they head down the mountain, and then they head towards this place called Bahrain, which is located west of Jerusalem in the Bible. All right, Bahrain, what does it look like? Here's an image of where it looks like. I got a picture of a man cutting the
Wait,
earth up.
before you
That's what
get
they did.
there,
They cut the
you
earth up.
say, wait, before you get there, you say this place is located west of Jerusalem. Where are you getting that from?
That's right. This is in the Bible. This you can look it up.
No, but
You
you're
can
bringing the
you can Google
information.
Bahrain.
You know,
Uh,
brother, please, you are bringing the information. You're saying this place is located west. Okay. Where in the Bible does it say
uh,
that? Does it give us that information on the scripture that you've just read?
well, when you leave, listen to me. When you leave Jerusalem to the west, you run straight in to the Mount of Olives. All right. Going west even further, you're going to run into Bahrain. If you go east, you're going to go back to Jerusalem. So I'm using common sense right now. If you go west, you're going to run into Bahrain. If you keep going west even further, you're going to run into the Jordan River because David and his followers ended up crossing over the Jordan once he was kicked out of Jerusalem.
Okay.
So we're headed west. You go west. If you go west even further, you're going to end up in Jericho.
Okay.
So I'm just showing you some of the geography.
Okay.
That I'm not trying to make you look bad or anything, but these are things that I've studied.
No. You say common sense, and some people say it's not that common. Maybe I don't have that common sense that you have, right? And now you say the Bible says it, but now it seems like you're trying to convince me with your words. I'm saying, take me to the Bible.
Exactly.
Show me. Hold on. Show me where it says Bahrain, which sounds like Bahrain to me, a place in the Middle East already, in the UAE. Bahrain, you say Bahrain is on the west, right? I'm asking, where does this say in the Bible? Yeah. And now, the reason why I'm asking, you talked about the directions being flipped because the map is actually upside down. So if you say in the Bible it says it's on the west, then on the flipped upside down map, would that suggest that it's actually on the east? Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm trying to get at?
I get what you're saying, but I want you to listen to me very closely because I know, I'm talking kind of fast, but you have to get this in order for you to understand what happened. The sun is always going to rise in the east and is always going to set in the west. When you flip the map, south is going to be considered north, and the north is going to be considered south. So no matter which way you flip that map, you're always going to be going west according to the biblical orientation. You're always going to be going to the right. If you're going to the left, you're going to be going to the biblical east. So you may have to get the book, so the book will explain it better, because according to the Bible, according to the book of Enoch, the south is at the right of the east. It's on the right side of the east. And this is kind of deep, but it shows in the book of Enoch how north is at the top, and that's where the Father is in that area, and south is at the bottom, and west is on the right. We have west, the left, because our map is flipped the wrong way. Nobody could find these places. Now we're going to get into Rome, Greece, and all of that later, but I got to anchor Jerusalem in Africa, and I'm having a little skepticism with you, my man, but I'm going to convince you. You will be convinced if you allow me to proceed. So should I move on a little bit further? I don't know if I answer that question or not, but no, the Bible does not say. All right,
you're not speaking fast. I'm following you, but if I'm stuck on something, I'm stuck. It's not because you're speaking fast. You're not speaking fast, but there are some things that I need clarity on. Clear on.
So I encourage everybody out there to do your own research. This information was given to me by the Most High, so I'm not going to expect everybody to see this unless your eyes have been opened. Now, this is Bahrain. Now, I want you to look at this real closely. Now, do you, in your opinion, just looking at this, would you say that this square or this rectangle shape and these three lines, would you say that they represent the same place, Bahrain? I just want, in your opinion.
No.
Okay. All right. Let me show you where they come from.
Hold on. Go back to that map. I'll tell you why I'm saying that. I'm not just going to give you an answer and leave you hanging without justifying my response, right? So if you look at what you've circled there,
all right,
it looks like almost an upside down Y, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now if we look at the bottom part, let's take it as an upside down Y. If you look at the bottom part, which is at the top now, let me try to give it a directional location. looking at the northwest of that circle. Can you try to point
Now
it?
you're talking about man's
No, hold
northwest.
on, brother Andre. Yes, I'm talking about man's northwest. So follow the northwest road, go down to where the
Mm-hmm.
circle starts.
Mm-hmm.
Go to where the circle starts, brother Andre. Yeah, go
You're
up
talking about
then.
right here.
No, go
Now
up
go
to
up.
yeah. Where that
Yeah.
road,
Go.
yes, right there. So now if you go up
Mm-hmm.
and you try to yeah, exactly where you are, stop there. And you try to
Mm-hmm.
compare it with the one next to it, the satellite image. There's an
Mm-hmm.
X there on the satellite image where there's a Y
That's right.
here on
Mm-hmm.
the old map. That's why I'm saying it does not look like the same thing to me. Do you
All
get
right.
what I'm
Well, listen
saying?
to me.
Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now I told you specifically. Look at the circle where I circled at this red circle. All right. And you went up here to these lines up here. I didn't say that area. We're talking about this square right here with these three lines coming in. These are roads. There's a road going around the back side over this side, and there's a road going around the back side on this side. And then you have another road that comes to a T. You got another road that comes to a T. Now, mankind have added this stuff. This artist was drawing what he's seen at that time, just assuming mankind added another road. But the artist back then was drawing what he saw. This road where it comes to an X, that could have been added in modern days. But we do know that this is Bahrain. Now, I'm going to compare it to where it comes from, the holy city. Now, look at the holy. Notice the road going to the west. This is the biblical west. And it goes straight to that. All right. And we're going to do the same road going straight to it. And it tees. It stops at a T. We got another coming out the top, going across it. It's going across it. This is Bahrain, located in South Africa. Now, we could say that that's a coincidence, but when I move on, you're going to find out that this is more than just a coincidence. This is actually Jerusalem that you're looking at. All right, can I move on?
You need to have a smoking gun for me.
All right, okay, let me move on.
Let's get to
See,
the smoking gun.
you
Let's
ain't
get.
seen.
You're moving too slow for me, brother Andre. Let's get to the smoking gun.
Well, this type of truth, you can't shove it down somebody's throat now. All right, we got one road coming straight from that square or rectangle, and that road is Ian Rogel. This was a well in the Bible, and it was a stone. All right, it's the only road coming from the square to the left, and it T's right there. So let's find that. All right, let's go back here. Look at this. We got the circle. We got a circle. We got a comes to a T and a road that comes to a T. Now, you can't keep saying this is a coincidence. This is 6 coincidences that I just presented to you. Can you see that? If not, we can move on some more. I just want to know, can you see that? That's Ian Rogel. That's the same
If you're
as in this
watching,
picture right
if
here.
you're watching, you're at home. Tell me what
Mhm.
you think. Are you seeing what brother Andre is presenting? Is he just bringing two maps that have nothing to do with each other, that he is convinced that they are the same thing, having been changed a little bit here and there over time? I am not seeing it. Hence, I'm saying we need a smoking gun, brother Andre. Okay,
All right,
you are mapping
we're gonna
out
get to the smoking
Jerusalem.
gun.
You are mapping out Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Still not convinced.
Mhm.
Let me give you 5 more minutes on this one, and then we move to Greece and Rome.
All right. Okay. All right. This one here is Gibeon, which is Grootfontein. All right. If you didn't see the other ones, you probably believe won't over that one. And we're going to get to some smoking gun type stuff. Okay. All right. On over Gibeon, because this stone is the only stone found in the world that's nothing but metal. I mean, nothing but iron. That's located in Grootfontein. That's not even in the Middle East. All right, so it's going to move on up a little bit. All right, going to the next one. That's a fountain in Grootfontein. All right, let's see here. All right, Anathoth and Nob. All right, smoking gun for you either. So we're just going to go straight to Potter's Field. Field is located right here, bottom right-hand corner of the city.
Hold on.
Potter's
You showed
Field.
us a rock, and you said it's only
All right.
It's only in what's the name of the place? That metallic rock you showed us.
Namibia. That's all.
If you're here and you're joining us, thank you for joining us. We are seemingly having, hold on, Brother Andre. We are seemingly having connection issues with Brother Andre. I'm waiting for the smoking gun. He says he's going to present it, but he's struggling with his connection. He keeps dipping in and out. Probably you have the truth, brother. That's why they are messing around with your connection. But what you've presented to me so far is not convincing enough. That's why I'm saying, if you have a smoking gun, take us to the smoking gun.
Let me take your smoking gun.
Your most convincing piece of evidence. Let's go there.
All right. Okay. Mount Calvary. All right. Mount Calvary. All right. That is, right?
I beg your pardon?
Do you know what mountain that is?
Mount
Calvary. Do you know what mountain that is? All right, everybody.
Where Christ was crucified, right?
Savior was crucified on.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, exactly. So on the east side, all right, this Mount Calvary. All right, and this right here, this green thing, sepulcher where Christ was placed in, and this is on the east side. We did the west side earlier. Now we're on the east side. All right, what are the chances Mount Calvary still being there? All right, let's go to that. Smoking gun. You say you want the smoking gun, right?
Yeah.
Here's your smoking gun. This is your Mount Calvary right there. Look at that.
I can't see that that's a mountain. Hence, I was asking. These are aerial views from satellite images. So I'm asking, do you have an eye level type view?
You're not going to get that. You're not going to get that. The internet, the powers that be, Google, this whole country's in on this scam, and they're not going to show you that amount of detail.
What's the name of this place? Let me try to be stubborn. Let me try to be stubborn. What's the name of this place?
Tsumeb, Namibia.
How do you spell that?
TSU.
Hold on. Let me go. I want the people to see as I'm searching for it. I want to show. Okay, let's say entire screen. It's okay. How do you spell the place?
T as in Tom.
TS, yeah.
TSU.
Yeah.
M as in Mary.
Tsumeb. Tsumeb, you say?
Yes, Tsumeb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try to get an first the satellite view, and then we'll try to view it from Google Street View. Okay, here it is. Now I see it. Where about is Mount Calvary?
Right next on the east side of this city.
Where about though? Am I okay? Let me go back. Let me go back to your map. Hold on. I'll try to locate.
Let me go look at. Yeah, let me go look. I'm not. I'm not even on the screen that you're on. I need to
Hold
get on
on,
the
wait.
screen that you're on.
I'll be able
Sorry
to
about that.
locate it from this.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a diagonal type road, just towards the bottom of the diagonal type road. Let me see.
Now, if you will pull up that red dot, I'll show you exactly where it's at.
Is it? Okay, let's go back to your map then. I want to live convinced here. I'm a doubting Thomas. Okay, so here's that map of yours.
All right. Now you got to flip your map because Google is showing this upside down. Flip your map. You got to flip it over.
I
You gotta
won't know
flip
how
it.
to flip the map now, but try to point me where Mount Calvary is here.
Click on click. All right. All right. Zoom back in.
Yeah.
Zoom back in. Can you zoom in?
Yeah, I'm zooming in.
All right. I'm gonna show you where to work. Keep zooming. Keep zooming in. It's going to show you. You see the bottom right hand side. You should see the words popping up. Mount Calvary. You see that? Your mouse is right on it.
Yeah, I see it.
That's it.
Okay, hold on now. I want to go back to that map
or something
and see if I can see that this is actually a mountain. Okay. So this is where it is, right? Mount Calvary.
Now everybody can see that. That's a mountain.
Hold on.
Exactly.
Oh, by the way.
Now
it is. Hold on. By the way, it's called Mount Calvary anyway. Can you see
right.
that?
They even know it's Mount Calvary. Yeah, but see, they didn't put that there until they saw me messing with this area right here.
Until they saw you.
All of a sudden, one day I go up there, I see that somebody put. Yeah, now they put that up there, but they won't put the other places.
But it looks like it's a name of a church. Let's just click on it. It looks like it's a name of a church. Okay, it doesn't give much.
Take you to a picture.
Why is this place called Mount Calvary? So okay, so this is a person. A person asked this about 7 months ago, right? Can you see that? Okay, so my image. Okay, let me just close my image because it's blocking that thing. Let me just take my image down. My camera. Let me just take it down here. I want to show you something. I'm going to go back to it. So there's a question that's being asked here. Can you see?
I see it. Why is this place called Mount Calvary?
It was asked 7 months ago. So that it looks like there's a church there.
Because Google won't let you.
It looks like there's a church there.
Mm-hmm.
House of
it's
prayer
not a church
for all.
right there on that mountain.
Okay, let us go back because I want to actually get a street view of this to see if it is an actual mountain. So I'm gonna place myself here. Let's see if it's gonna take us here. Because if we are here, then we have to look at this location and we'll see. So this is Google Street View. Let's see if it's not allowing us, right? So we can't go here. We can't go here via Street View. Interesting though. Okay, but there's Street View here. It looks like it. No?
Yeah, it's amazing how they let you see the other things, but they won't let you see.
Yeah, but they're not allowing us to get to Street View.
Take that thing in it.
It's not allowing us to go to Street View. Okay. Let's say they are trying to hide something, right? But it looks like this is a mine.
It's obvious.
Is this a coal mine? Do you know?
They down to the top left.
Okay. It's a metals place. I don't know what it's a smelter.
Out of Mount Zion right here.
So it's a smelter. That's why we can't get Google Street View. Plant. So it's a smelter, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. Nice place indeed. This is Tsuneb Smelter. Okay. So there it is. 0 tolerance, alcohol, no drug. Okay, so it's a smelter. Okay, it looks like a flat area to me. I don't know if this is part of the area, but there's a photo there. It looks like quite a flat area. I don't know if you'd call that a mountain.
It's a mountain there.
Okay.
There's mountains back there. Trust me. Mount Calvary was not a big old, tall mountain. Now you do have people on there, so they had to be strong enough to walk up the mountain with a cross on their back.
Okay, it looks like these are just photos of people who work at the smelter. Okay. They may
And
allow
these
you to
people,
carry on, but okay.
and they have no clue.
Okay,
They
so
have no
this is
clue
Mount
where
Calvary.
they're at.
This is Mount Calvary. Yeah, it's written there. Carry on, brother.
Now, yeah. All right. So back to this book. Where was I at? Where's the book at? All right. Now look where it's located. Look where it's located. Same side of the city, right? When you say that, that's on the left side. That's the east, right? So let's stay on this east side and see what else is over here. All right. Scroll down a little bit. Matter of fact, let me show you what Mount Calvary was looking like a few years ago. Now, I want you to let me know if you think this is not a mountain. All right, now look at this 2003. This is what it looks like. All right. Now, 2008, you mean to tell me they're just making a hole in the ground? This is a mountain. 2003, 2008. They're not just making a hole in the ground. They're digging under Mount Calvary looking for the Ark of the Covenant. That's what this is in 2023. It's a better shot. That's what we see now.
Why would they look for the
All right, so
Ark
let me
of...
go on a little bit
Hold
more.
on. Why would they look for the Ark of the Covenant there? Is it buried in Mount Calvary?
This is what their, what's this guy name? He was a famous explorer known for digging up facts. Ron Wyatt. Ron Wyatt claimed he found the Ark under Mount Calvary over there in the Middle East, when the whole time you're not going to find it because it's in the third heaven with the most. It's in heaven with the Most High. So I don't know what happened to my computer right here. Let's see here. Something happened here. Get out of the way. All right. But they're digging under Mount Calvary looking for the Ark of the Covenant when it was not there. So they just really dug for no reason.
Yeah, but Brother Andre, I asked you a
Are you still
specific
there?
question. I'm here, but you're not answering my
Yeah.
question. I asked you a specific question. You say they
Mhm.
dug there. According to what we've just seen, I'm assuming that's the smelter or a quarry of some sort or a
Yeah, but
mine, right? So I'm asking,
mhm.
because you say they were digging for the Ark of the Covenant in Mount Calvary. My question is, why would you say they are digging for the Ark of the Covenant in Mount Calvary, or where they are digging there? Where did you get that
Why you need
information
to,
from?
all right, look up RON
What are we looking for?
WYATT
Sorry,
Wyatt.
I know Ron Wyatt. I know Ron Wyatt. I
Ron.
know of Ron
Uh,
Wyatt. I know of
all
Ron
right,
Wyatt.
all right.
Yeah.
He
So,
claimed
yeah.
he claimed that he went under Mount Calvary. He claims he went under Mount Calvary in the Middle East. This is what he claimed. But the whole time, this mountain right here has some digging under it. This is not a hole in the ground. This
Are
is a
you getting
mountain.
my
What are you
question?
digging under here for?
Are you getting
Why?
my question?
If
Do you get my question?
yeah, your question is, you said, why did I say that? Because they're claiming they found the Ark of the Covenant. That's why
Where
I
do they claim they got it?
claiming they found the Ark of the Covenant under Mount Calvary.
So Ron
Under
Wyatt
Mount
claimed
Calvary
that.
in the Middle East.
Okay, Ron Wyatt claimed that, right? Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Now, why would these guys who are digging under
He
the
claimed that
Mount Calvary here be trying to find the covenant when Ron Wyatt found it?
they're looking under here for the real one.
Oh, so they
When
know.
like I
Okay.
told you, it's not
Okay.
there.
Okay, so they know. All right.
Yeah, they're thinking that, yeah, it's under the Mount Calvary, but it's staged when you're not going to find that. It's in heaven. In the book of Revelation says that John, when he looked up into heaven, he saw the Ark of the Testament in heaven coming down with New Jerusalem. So it's in heaven. You're not going to find that. That's why I brought that up. But I want to go to the next one before we get off subject. All right, Fuller's Field. All right, look where it's located. It's located on the right side of the city, the bottom left side of the city. There's another map. I done showed you 4 maps so far. I'll show you what it looks like. This is where they say it's located. Fuller's Field, located right here on the bottom left or the east side of the city. All right. What does Fuller's Field look like? What's there? Limestone. They cleaned the clothes right here. They stepped on them, slammed them on the dirt, did whatever they had to do to clean these clothes. And this is how the ground looked. It was white because it had to be flat. Couldn't be mud down here because they're trying to clean clothes. All right, so let's find this place. Let's find this place. What happened? Now I'm acting up over here now. I don't know what happened here, man. Like they kicked me out, kicked my information out. But let's find they take the information off here or something, because I had the Fuller's Field. I don't know what happened to it, but this is Hezekiah's aqueduct. Let's just move on to that. This is Hezekiah's aqueduct. All right. Notice what it looks like. They got it shaped like it's an oval shape, but it's facing downward. Over here, this is that aqueduct. I mean, the reservoir. The aqueduct are these lines right here. See these pipes or whatever going under the dirt? That's what these pipes are right here. This is the aqueduct. This is Hezekiah's pool. This is Hezekiah's pool. All right. Can you see that? They just drew it in a different orientation.
I'm not getting it. I'm waiting for the smoking gun.
I just showed you Mount Calvary. If you didn't see that was Mount Calvary, it may not be any help.
You reckon the devil is trying to
'Cause
hide it
all
from me?
my-
Why am I not seeing it?
I showed 92,000 people on TikTok, and they all saw it, except for Dinano. All right, let me move on a little bit more, man. I know
Okay,
it's tough.
let's get to
because you have to be-
okay. Hold on.
be
Let's
sure.
get to archaeological proof now. I'm hoping we get the smoking gun. Let's say I don't get it. People watching probably get it. Let's go to Greece and Rome in sub-Saharan Africa, as we know it today. Can we just go to that?
We need to go to we need to go to that map. We need to
I've allowed you to be in control now. I'm taking control
that
because
map
it's my
and
show.
move thing up. You
I'm
already
taking
know that.
control now, right? I've allowed you to go freestyle on your own, and I would ask you on the points that now I want you to specifically go to Greece and Rome. Show us that these places are actually in sub-Saharan Africa.